Welcome to the MW Comic Podcast with me, Matthew Littler.
And me, the very tired William Stephen.
Yeah, you do look very tired this morning.
Bloodshot eyes, it's not good.
Now, 1:30 in the morning sleep and then 7 o'clock wake up, it's always fun. Yeah. I don't know what time you ended up going to sleep, because I was knackered.
I can't remember. Anyways.
So it's been a couple of weeks since we've done one of these, mainly because I've been on holiday and...
Been a little bitch, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the microphone last week, so...
Exactly, been a little bitch.
It's not my fault, you know.
Whose fault is it you own the microphone?
Well, plans changed. We were supposed to be here, where we usually record this, and we weren't, so...
Just been a bitch, that's the answer.
Well, fuck you, Will. So, what have you been up to in the last couple of weeks, then?
Working and sleeping.
I don't mean like that, Will. This is a comic podcast, therefore comic-based. No one cares about your gripes at work and you in bed.
Maybe do. Anyway, I'm reading too much stuff to write a list, apparently.
No, you aren't. It's just because you're a little girl and you just don't write a list. It's not hard to keep a list.
Yeah.
What are the things you remember?
I read Catwoman up to issue 12, which is pretty awesome. Red Lantern up to issue 14.
Is that the second volume?
Or just past the second volume.
Past the second volume.
Which is pretty cool. Judge Dredd Year 1.
Issues 1 and 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you read both?
BPRD. Vampire, which is pretty cool. Abe Sapien. Batman. I always read some. Oh, Nightfall. That's
the Nightfall one you've been reading.
That's the big ass.
You got through that yet?
Yeah.
You through
it. Wonder Woman.
I just never get why she's this Amazonian thing, but she's dead white. She should be coloured. She should be.
She's a Greek demigod.
It's because DC are racist.
Her mum is an Amazonian goddess. Her dad is Zeus.
Still, she's white. She should at least have some sort of tan to her.
That's just racist. That's just racial profiling.
Is it true? Yes.
She's white.
She shouldn't be. It doesn't make any sense because DC racist. Not one of their heroes except Cyborg.
I know it solves one of our arguments though, because every time you said, "Oh, she's a goddess, she'll win everything," but in the actual comics, there's an actual line where it says, "We may be immortal, but it doesn't mean we're not vulnerable."
Still.
So there you go.
Either way, that doesn't detract on the fact she should be coloured.
And just going back to an earlier point we were saying in our Injustice battles.
But there's no point in going back to these early points. No one's listened.
It's because you're not PR in this.
You're supposed to be manning the Twitter page.
Am I supposed to be manning the Twitter page?
Yeah, I've got the other one. There's many Twitter pages as well. There's too many to...
So it's my fault, is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I need to get back onto doing that, mate, as well. I'll start adding crap.
No,
it's a lot of time. It seems...
No. I'll do the comic one. But you need to put a link on, because you upload these.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's probably a good idea for me to man it as well.
You do the uploading, and I'll do the random Twitter stuff, but it's a two-way process.
You're just blaming me. If it's a two-way process, get promoting the music one as well, then.
I don't have the password for that.
It's the same password as everything. No, we won't say it.
Okay.
What else you read? Anything memorable yet?
Batman's memorable. What else?
Oh yeah, I mean anything else memorable than what you already mentioned.
I read bought Secret Service, the Mark Miller stuff. Read the first two of that. I also, and I've got the whole 6. I've read Jupiter's Legacy, which is apparently for April is the #1 selling comic.
Is it? Ah, cool.
So.
I would check all these things and would go up onto the news things, but my Nexus
So I'm glad
seems
to be a part of that starting.
The important thing is, do you have a first print?
I have a first print.
I checked on the inside of mine just in case.
Day it came out.
There you go.
can't be that.
I got it day it came out, but it took like 4 days to deliver, so it was just like, oh, you bastard.
And it's the artwork. I know someone say it's childlike, but I like it. By Frank Quitely, who was other pieces well known for was his work with Grant Morrison in the All Star Superman.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm thinking with that. Yeah, I agree with you when you say it's a bit thin, but it's the same person not same person. It's got the same look as Animal Man. The first few issues of that before someone took over that artwork, and I liked that. It's a bit weird.
I don't know. I liked it, but I know there's a few people who've had a bit of.
I think it's more
gripes. I think
they're bothered more probably about story detail than actual.
In fact, it's about superhero children as well, so it they're like 20 somethings. They are very childlike, so it's kind of like the artwork suits their characteristics.
It's like a more, well, not exactly, but it's more like grown-up version or more realistic version like Teen Titans. Like the other ones are all small, and these are grown up, but they're actually living in the shadow and taking a load of coke.
Yes, it's a bit more a realistic look at what superhero children would be like.
Yeah, you see all these ones where they're like, well, I'm a superhero, therefore you've got to be a superhero, and your children will be superheroes too. It's just like, will that ever actually happen? I'm sure down the line somewhere that one of them's going to rebel.
So it's produced. I don't know if you read your copy.
Yeah, I've read it. Yeah.
What do you reckon to it?
It was good. It's a nice little intro. It is an intro. There isn't much happening so far, but
I think there's something which I noticed when reading Secret Service. I just love the I know that's all it is, pictures and dialogue and such, but no, I think you can certainly, when you read, and no matter what you read, you can always identify Mark Miller in his style writing. It's like there's always a comedic element to it, like something not necessarily laugh out loud, but there's little nuances within it.
See, I haven't read any of that Secret Service one.
But you've read Kick-Ass.
I've read Kick-Ass, which is like that. Yeah, it's pretty much, but that is a big comedy anyway. So.
But most of the stuff is like Secret Service. It's literally, it's almost like a piss take of like James Bond in a sense.
Yeah.
And because the mission is the thing is someone's kidnapping famous actors from famous like sci-fi films. It's like the first one you see Mark Hamill. And then when
everyone loves Mark Hamill though.
And when he takes his nephew to the training camp, like the teachers go, "We're going to teach you how to seduce women and how to reach the second G spot."
The second G spot.
Yeah, so you're going to spy school to learn about the second G spot. So
fair
it's kind
enough.
of like a piss take, but it's pretty cool.
Fair enough. Anything else?
And the artwork by that is by Dave Gibbons, who, if you don't know who Dave Gibbons
I'm terrible with names.
Who needs shooting.
What? I'm just bad with names.
He did the artwork for the original Watchmen.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just terrible with names.
Oh god. Okay, yeah. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, that's what I can remember. I'll probably remember all the stuff halfway through this, but
just randomly shout it out. That's the best way of doing things. Just interrupt people.
So
yes, interrupt people. Sorry, I had to do that.
Anyway, yeah. So it's your turn to take the mic. What have you done?
Well, I've read a shit ton of Walking Dead. Pretty much.
Zombies.
It's a good book. Volumes 3 since the last one, volumes 3 to 9, which is what issues. Anything up to 49 different issues, I would say, 40 odd issues, which was good. Swamp Thing, by the Alamo Swamp Thing, I finally got around to reading, even though I had it on my shelf for however long. I think that was issues 23 to 30 odd. They were really good.
Fair enough.
Jupiter's Legacy, as we spoke about a minute ago.
Pretty cool, go and get it.
Yeah, definitely is a recommendation.
It's for a little snippet. It's the first 5 issues are bi-monthly, so the next one's out in June, and then from 6 to 10, which will be when it finishes, it'll go back to be a monthly.
Yeah, see, monthly's nice. It's when you go because I was over in Sheffield Space Centre yesterday, and they were on about it, and some were coming out weekly. Some comics were coming out weekly. I'm just like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Especially, like, as I say, Age of Ultron was coming out, what, 3 a month? That was just like...
When we finally get around to writing ours...
yes, we are looking at writing a script currently, and we're in the middle of it. Shall we give any detail away?
Well, we'll talk about it a bit.
Talk about it a bit, fair enough. Bit of Suicide Squad, trying to get up to date with that, with what I've got. Judge Dredd Year 1.
Have you read any of that yet?
Yeah, I've read both of them. They're good.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
not what I thought, to be honest. I knew about PSI stuff because obviously PSI and Judge Anderson, who's a PSI, has their own spin-off.
Yeah,
that's why you can buy her case files. So I knew about.
Can you?
Yeah, so I knew about it, but it wasn't what it was. Pretty cool on the artwork to it's amazing.
The front covers are, if that doesn't draw you in, pretty much.
I would say they're probably amongst the best front covers I've seen so far.
Definitely. From anything that's come out recently.
The first one's the more subtle than the second. That's I go for
what
the first one.
The man on the motorbike
in like the futuristic thing in the background. I like that one.
Have you seen the front cover to the next one? Oh, it looks awesome.
It's quite interesting. You've got the other one, which like the normal Judge Dredd series that's running, but I think I'm going to get that in a
volume when it comes.
Volumes, because I think the first volume's already out and the next one's out in October. So it looks like IDW are on the ball with this because they're releasing the volumes
fairly quick,
fairly quickly. Because they're only on issue 6 or 7 of Judge Dredd, and they've only released the first volumes, which I think will probably be the first 4 or 5.
Yeah,
probably first 4. Knowing that, because I know some volumes are like that. But
definitely more on the ball than DC is at the moment, because like DC's, you're getting the issue come out and they're not coming out for a year.
There's that, and then there's a difference between when they release the hardcover and the
that's really annoying as well, because everything I've got is in paperback, mainly because of price.
There's some stuff which I couldn't wait to get, so I got it in the hardback.
No, that's fair enough. It just seems
I've got Broken Batman's in the hardback, and I got my volume 2 of Green Lantern in the hardback.
Is that just because you couldn't wait, even though your first one's in paperback?
The stories are too epic to wait.
Too epic.
It's like good. It's like Wonder Woman. Don't be wrong. If I see things cheap, like the comics or whatever, cheap in a bundle, maybe. But if I'm going to do it pure programs, I'll be having to wait because
they're taking so long to come out. The next Batman, even though we've finished the Death of the Family, that's not coming out till like October, and it's just like.
To be fair, though, we have already got most of the comics in between.
Oh yeah, we have, but I mean,
but people out
generally who haven't, who are waiting for volumes, it just seems a long time.
I'm still hunting for 13, 15, 16.
As I say, eBay a place in space. I got most of mine from there, like £2 odd.
The most expensive one to get is 13.
Really? I got that for £2.60 or £2.70.
Well, you do your thing.
Yeah. The most expensive I've paid for a single issue so far is still Batman Incorporated 8.
Yeah, like I said, the first volume of that's out soon, so that'll be pretty cool. Demon Star, so that'll have 1 to 8, and then the second, I think it's only running until 13, so the second one will have 9 to 13 in. So might as well buy that 2 in volumes now.
Oh yeah, as I say, I'm asking. I've got it on back issue orders to see if they can get me them. It's just hard to get anything Batman or Batman related.
That's why I didn't ask because I know the difficulty and stuff. And I managed to get, like I said, all of my Red Lanterns apart from issue 0, which
it's not essential.
It's not essential, but I'll probably get it because Red Lanterns is pretty cool.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Same with Green Lantern. I probably need to get. Well, the annual comes as part of the second volume, but yeah, I probably need to get issue 0, which is backstory to the Human Lanterns Simon Paz.
Oh, that's fair enough. Really, it's as I say, it's the only issue I've got with things. That's why I'm getting. Even though I'm not reading some at the moment, like I'm getting the Nightwings as they come out, even though I've not read from like 13 onwards yet, because I need to get volume 2. Which is out? Yeah, it is out. which I need to get volume 2, but I need to be able to afford it. But like, if I was waiting, then if I got volume 2, then waited and had to wait for volume 3, I'd be waiting until next year. It's just like.
So like I said, I've chosen Catwoman as my other
Bat-esque.
Batman figure. It's pretty cool cat. Like you have your kind capers and then a moment of heroism, and then some weird random violent moment halfway through it.
See, I've got Nightwing and I've got a few Teen Titans, but barely anything. I think I'll get the volumes in them because apparently they're good.
I've got 13 to 16 in Batgirl, which is death of the family basically.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I wouldn't mind reading that at some point. And same with Batwoman, I've got issues 16, 17 and 18. Just because they were cheap. They were like, I got them for like £2
Yeah,
off eBay.
You can pick some really. That's the problem with eBay. You either get stuff at a really good price, or they're just ridiculously overpriced.
Yeah.
Like I saw an issue of Nightwing #1, and yeah, granted it's #1 and it's Batman in the Batman universe, so they're selling out like thing. But it was like £20 for a single issue. I was just like,
It's Nightwing.
Like, I know, but it was like 2 weeks earlier. I paid like £2 odd for this issue.
Yeah, so I've just had to watch out for idiots like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
why do you try and make profit off our pain? Cry, tear.
I just don't know why they charge like £40. It's just like you're okay.
Oh, so I understand with some of them. Like there was the thing where that Batman variant number. I can't remember which one. I think it was a 12. Is that the last of the Court of Owl one? Yeah, an issue 12. It was signed by Scott.
That's kind of
and it was CGC. CCGC.
You're paying for a certificate, yeah.
It was all graded. I think it was like a 9.8 signed 1 in 50 variant cover, and it went for something like £120. I'm just like, there's a lot of money still for just an issue.
Okay, so continue. What else have you?
Oh crap! Yeah. I started reading that Joker's Asylum. It's alright. It's not brilliant.
Yeah, it's like a spin-off thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Joker's point of view of 4 characters plus himself. He takes over a TV show and then tells the stories between them. It's not bad. I read the Suicide Squad up to 12, as I say, the Basilisk Volume 2, because it was cheap. Well, I wanted to read it anyway. That was good. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else I've read.
Well, I wasn't really a big fan of it, but I bought the first Death of the Family Suicide Squad.
You keep saying Suicide Silence. Well,
he
dead.
I listened to
Get over it.
Yeah. Well, I did for one album. No, like I said, it kind of ruined and kind of like one of the major things, because I read the first volume, wasn't particularly impressed, but I read the first volume, and Harley Quinn gets shot in it. Well, she gets shot in issue the last page of that. That's kind of like, now I know she doesn't die.
Nobody dies. You're not allowed to die.
You do if you're friends with Catwoman. You get tortured, tied to a chair, and shot in the head.
You do if you're Batman's son.
There you go.
Ouch.
So anyway, yeah. So you read Suicide Squad. Anything else you can remember?
No, not off the top of my head at all. It was. I read one of the Green Lantern Corps things, Blackest Night, but it was just like one of the random ones. So
yeah, I think the thing is very difficult to get. It's one of those things where you need to get all the.
You'd think they'd do it in an omnibus in order, wouldn't you?
All the very different things, and then just decide. I think there is a list of things of the way you should read things.
That's what I'm saying. I would have thought they would have done like an omnibus and put them in the order which they go. That'd make sense. I think people would buy it.
You don't make money that way, do you?
You do if you charge like £60, like that Jeff Johns Flash omnibus that's in W.H. Smith currently.
But it's Flash. No one gives a fuck about Flash.
No one likes Flash. Well, there probably is people that think, they wouldn't keep him going, but
it's just the only thing you need to do is wear hover boots, hover above him, and make sure you go in a place where there's no place where you can get a running jump, and you're fine. You can avoid Flash. Because there's nothing in it that says he can jump high.
Yeah, but he could probably make a typhoon. I don't know. I think we're thinking too much into this for no particular reason.
Flash sucks. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. I read, as I say, the first issue of that, and it just bored me. It could be a fact that it gets a lot better. I don't know, but
I know. I've read the writer on it. I think one of the writers, someone was telling me when I bought it. It also writes another comic for Dynamite called Black Bat. But Black Bat is awesome.
is it good?
Well, I've read bits of it. I need to finish it. But
It's
it
awesome.
looks-
Have you read it? No.
well, I mean, on comic book resources, you can read like the first 4 or 5 pages. And from that 4 or 5 pages, it looked awesome. I was just trying to, I'm trying to diversify here. So I'm reading some stuff of other publishers, and that's the issue 1 came out in May of that. So this month. So I thought, good place to start with Dynamite.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
I either that or Green Hornet, and Green Hornet just looks gay.
I don't mind Green Hornet, but you don't read it for him. You read it for Kato.
Yeah, but if it was old, like 1970s, it would be Bruce Lee and Kato. Then it's like, yeah, that's Bruce Lee, so I'll watch it. But now it's like, no.
I'm talking about the comics.
Yeah, but Bruce Lee, there'll only be one Kato, and that'll be Bruce Lee.
Well, it'll be the one before Bruce Lee.
Yeah, but everyone knows Bruce Lee.
Yeah, obviously he was. Didn't they do a spin-off that he had his own thing as well? Probably. Not sure.
Not sure. Are you using your phone to look it up now?
I'd like to look things up as we go.
Okay.
I can still talk and type.
So, is there any great debates we've been having?
Not really.
That is the question.
I don't think we've really had many over the last, because we've only seen each other once in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, we argue. Well, I don't argue. You asked a question, and I was awesome. Came up with a brilliant answer. Who would play Batman if they did a film version of Dark Knight Returns?
This is a fair thing. Yeah, it wasn't an argument, this one. This was a pure discussion, and it's a fair enough thing.
And I came out with a brilliant answer.
Yeah.
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman. I agree. After... Because, obviously at the end of Rises he retires, which is a bit weird because no one realises that he's not dead.
You decide to go back to Gotham like age 55. They could slightly tweak it and say he comes back to Gotham age 55 and realises and it's still a shithole and decides he wants to do something about it.
Oh yeah. I just think they should do Dark Knight Returns. Yeah. No. Returns. God. Yeah, it's Returns. Strike Back was the sequel, wasn't it? Strikes Again. Yeah, Dark Knight Returns. Get him to play it. Be a great thing. Granted, we already had the animated 3-hour animated movie, which was good, very good.
We'll just have a
3-hour film.
3-hour film. It'd be alright.
Just pretty much get him to do the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm. So
who would play Robin?
Chloe Moretz. It's the only young girl who you can think of who could pull it off.
I just put Ellen Page in because she looks that. That's thing into the one who plays Hit Girl from. Yeah.
Either that, or they might need to dye her hair a bit. But I think her name is Haley Steinfeld, and if you remember the remake of True Grit,
yeah,
she played the girl in that.
Yeah, I see that. They get her hair right. Possibly do it.
She was pretty awesome in that.
She was a really good in True Grit. That's fair enough. That's the thing. You need a good person playing Batman, but you also need her.
Who would you get playing Joker? She needs to be someone quite old enough but wacky enough at the same time.
I don't know why, but I'd like to. I don't know why, but just for the craziness of him, I'd like to. I can never remember his name. The guy from Boardwalk Empire. If they just could make him up a bit to look like a bit.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, he's got like that old kind of like thin, freaky kind of look to him.
Yeah,
sorry.
I see that. There we go. We've just cast it for you, motherfucker.
Yeah. You've got no other work to do now. God, just film the thing. You've already got a script in the book, or just use the script from the animated film. You saw it. Low budget.
Very low budget indeed.
1960s TV show.
Very low budget. Anyway, back to films. I've seen the new Star Trek.
See, I was debating this in my head because I'm a bit crazy. I think we should do literally another podcast, a third podcast. It's amazing this. Like, pick 1 or 2 films just a week, 15 minutes, blast it out. Review of a film, or 2 films, maybe 25 minutes.
Well, we can decide that later, but...
Yeah, comic book nerds anyway, but...
Comic book and sci-fi nerds. Well, I'm more sci-fi, you just...
I watched it. I enjoyed it.
Anyway, yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I think it's probably one of my favourite films. Just obviously, it paid a lot of homage to the original TV series and original films, especially Wrath of Khan, which might be giving it away because if you just know the synopsis, you think he's called James Anderson. So
Don't ruin shit,
I
Will.
apologise if I've just given away that Khan is involved, but
it's like anyone will actually listen to. See, the one bit, and I haven't watched the film yet, but I know obviously the thing because it's been referenced and it's been used in that many things. Just the bit where Spock shouts Khan.
See, in the original film, it isn't Spock.
Is it
shouts.
Spock?
It isn't Spock who shouts
okay.
it.
I just, that shout of his name because of whatever. Who shouts it? I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to let you watch it.
I don't think it's that big a major plot point.
I know, but it's one of those iconic moments in the film, so...
Yeah.
It's funny how to see the new film takes a slight twist on it.
And died of radiation. God!
Because the one who died of radiation in the original...
Yeah.
In the original films is Spock.
Ah.
Because it leads to the film Search for Spock.
Why were they searching? They found him. He's dead. He's in...
Well, I'm not going to...
yeah.
But it does lead on to another film called Search for Spock.
Was it any good Search for Spock?
They're all good.
I've heard only every second one is good. Or
Yeah,
good. I mean,
if
as
you're
in every second one is good.
That's if you're wanting, searching for each actions. Because obviously you're forgetting the first primary thing is it's sci-fi, and the whole point of Starfleet is to search and explore.
Yeah, they're not a battle, they're not a fighting crew.
If you accept that not every film is going to be a plain out
I've got to admit,
action film, then you love all the films like I do.
Fair enough. I've got to admit, in the new one, it is pretty much... There isn't really a slow moment in that film. It is just action. And even when it's not action, everyone seems to be rushing a lot.
Oh, it's brilliant. I could watch it on repeat.
It's one of them films. I don't think, even if you don't really watch thing or don't follow, I don't think you're going to be bored watching it.
No, you enjoy it. My point is that if you've seen some of the original stuff, you will enjoy it more for the references that the references made. Even down to when they're resurrecting. Do you know when he's injecting stop
spoiling things.
Blood into that furry thing?
Oh yeah.
There's a very famous episode from the original series where the ship was getting not attacked, but it's been infested by these big furry balls.
Yes.
It sounds really, really bad when you say it, but...
Khan's big furry ball.
But it's true, they just multiply within the ship. So that was like a cool... Even that was like a cool reference to something in the original.
It's just the only thing I got with this film, the only slight gripe I had was... And obviously they want to make money, but... Is the fact of... Spoilers to anyone else. They don't kill him. They just freeze him. It's just asking for trouble in the future.
Leading to sequels, possibly. Then they'll send them all onto a planet, and they'll get cracked and unfrozen or something like that. But also they've also left it over. And why they left it open for a cool sequel is the fact they're now going on a 5-year mission to explore the galaxy. And obviously,
some might call it cool. Some might just say they're just going to sit there for 5 years.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Zaniness will ensue. Yeah, I can't think of a word other than zany.
Yes, that's.
They've kept it. I think there'll be another one.
See, I can't really talk about this, but you've also seen Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3. It's a good film. As I said to you, it's not as good as 1 or 2. 1 or 2 are probably the best superhero films they've made so far.
Marvel,
yeah, Marvel. They're just concrete. They're great films. Number 3 just seemed a bit half-assed and a bit fragmented, and was just, I don't know, it was wrapping it up a little bit, I guess.
Does that mean out of the two films you're saying Star Trek were better? You just criticised it was a bit fragmented and all this. And
Star Trek was a better film. Star Trek was the better film, yeah.
I'm not saying you might enjoy Iron Man 1 or 2 more, but I'm saying of that particular...
Yeah, no, I think...
Putting one film against the other.
Star Trek was the better film. Which... Woo! Even though it's got Ronnie Downey Jr. and he just gets better with age.
Like a fine wine.
It's like a fine wine or, you know, someone who's come off heroin. They just get better as they go along.
More coherent, less slaving into the word.
Yeah, precisely. I have to get an insult in somewhere.
Okay. And another flipping Ryan Reynolds fucking, hey, your trailer to your new film, R.I.P. Well, that's freaking awesome. But you're in it, so you'll probably ruin it. So thank you for ruining a film which we
haven't seen.
Which we haven't seen yet, and if you wasn't in it, probably would be awesome because it has the dude Jeff Bridges in.
Oh yeah, it's got Jeff Bridges in, hasn't it? Yeah, it's gonna be
evil mother.
Do you know what I really fancy?
Well, it might be like Safe House, where Jeff Bridges is so good in it. Like Denzel Washington was so good in Safe House. You kinda like you just bear with Ryan Reynolds because they make the film.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges is
He's
really
the dude,
good.
Which that's only you'll only get reference if you've seen Big Lebowski.
It's a great film.
So yeah.
You're the what? I'm the dude. What? I just want my rug back. I finally got Rich to watch that, like, not that long back.
What,
like when he had never watched it before. And I'm just like, how have you not watched this film? It's a really good film.
It's Richard.
I don't know.
He doesn't read past 3 pages.
That was a nice insult from ages ago, but he probably reads more than I do. It's really bad.
Does he?
Yeah, he reads a lot. He reads a lot of like fantasy stuff, Game of Thrones. He's read like every Terry Pratchett book. He does read a hell of a lot, surprisingly.
I don't like Terry Pratchett.
I couldn't get into it. I tried to resort to reading the graphic novel of like the first one, and even then I couldn't do it.
It was too horrible. Well, your ex was bumming Terry Pratchett, so you had to seem tolerant to it.
I thought I'd give it a go, but I thought this was an easier way of giving it a go. But it's not something that interests me. That whole world.
No, I stick to the sci-fi and superhero, and the occasional Lord of the Rings when I can be asked.
Lord of the Rings thing. Have you ever watched the original cartoon one yet?
Yes. Did you know that the guy Anthony Daniels who did the voice for C-3PO did the voice for Legolas?
Did he?
Yeah.
I've never watched the original cartoon. I just wondered if it was any good.
Fountains of knowledge pouring out all over you.
Fountains of crap that no one really needs to know. That's fair enough. What you got planned for the next week? Well, what fabulous reads have you got?
Fabulous reads.
Fabulous reads.
Catwoman, Red Lanterns, Green Lantern, Justice League of America, 'cause that's the best one. Ape Sapien, BPRD Vampire, BPRD to the volumes. One called The Warning, and Green Lantern Secret Origin. All sorts, just can't remember.
Just whatever you can get hold of and what you can go to at the time.
And how about you?
Well, I've finished on my Walking Dead at the moment. So I've got Aquaman to go through. The Judge Dredd one. Well, I'm missing 2 and 4, so I've got to get them really before I can read all of that. Jesus Christ, I've got the Batmans to get up to date on. Suicide Squad to get up to date on. And a shit ton more to get up to date on. Just a box.
Seems like with Suicide Squad though, that you're like after every 7 issues, you always get a new member of the team. One of them dies.
Yeah, I think he died not long back, but I think he comes
Deadshot.
back. Deadshot, but I think he comes back.
Yeah, he does come back.
Yeah.
Okay, that was on comic book resources.
Was it?
Yep.
I can see it from the front cover,
There you go then.
which is helpful.
I don't read it actually because I wasn't a big fan of it. Unless it gets better as it goes on. But
The last couple
I
of
know
issues have been good.
issue 19 is getting taken over by James Tynan the Fourth, as he likes to call himself.
Ew, he has.
Who did a lot of like at the end of Batman, you have the odd story which he wrote, like the Batman and Superman ghost story.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Just having a look what new things are out over the next week.
Anyway, are we going to discuss our project in the works as such?
Can do if you think. I'm just having a look what's out and think. Age of Ultron somehow it's like Jesus Christ, they're already up to 8, and it's been out like a month or so.
Due for Wednesday the 15th.
Yeah, this is like next week's stuff that's coming out. There's also
Release on the. Is he put the wrong date?
no 15th of June. They send me it a week before.
Yeah, but it's not June. It's May. So he must have put the wrong.
Oh, sorry, in May. I thought you meant like 15.
He must have put the wrong month on.
Yeah, Wednesday's the 15th, into 16th. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it'll be 15th of May, and just having a look. There's Thunderbolts. Do you ever end up getting
No,
that?
I wanted to, but it's kind of I just didn't get around to it. Catwoman 20. Yay!
Yeah, you got Catwoman 20 coming out. Trent is coming out in paperback. Literally, the first 7 Aquamans coming out.
I've got issue 8, and like from then on, I've got like the odd occasional ones.
What of Aquaman?
Yeah,
yes, because I gave you them.
Probably getting the first volume and trying to get the rest is probably the way to do it. But...
That it looks like it is, because trying to get like the first 7 issues is a nightmare unless you find a bundle like I did for like the first 16.
Gives you a lot of see. I'm giving people ideas here.
Green Lantern animated series, but no one cares about that.
Wonder Woman issue 20. I'm only on issue 7, so I need I got a whole 13 to get before that.
Vibe 3's coming out for you.
Yeah, there we go.
Nightwing 20. There's all sorts. There's literally so much on here, but it's ridiculous how much stuff's coming out. The 1800 issue of Judge Dredd. It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. Spawn, trade paperback.
See, I wish I picked up that first thing of Star Wars Darth Vader the night I asked him.
Ask him to send him an email.
I've not got too much stuff on there to get.
I know, we all have. It's a bit crazy. But yeah, let's go back to what you were saying a minute ago before I randomly found an email of all the stuff that comes out next week, which will be put away for us.
Yeah, so while a title is a working title,
yeah,
because at the moment it sounds pretty cornish.
I think as well, if you look at all of them, none of them are. I think maybe one of them, none of them are the title. That'll make more sense when we get into it. All 5 characters, none of them are.
No. Anyway, yeah. So basically, we've called it Homeless Warriors so far.
Need a better title.
And the idea is, so far we're just going to call it the Afterlife because we're not really going to go too much into that side of it. But basically, the Ares, the god of war, is bored. He's bored. He wants something entertaining to watch, so he selects 5 greatest warriors or fighters from history.
Don't mention who.
We won't mention who. We won't go into too.
They're big and exciting.
And he sends them out down to Earth to inhabit the 5 different, 5 people who are like the lowest part of society. For various different reasons, they're the lower society. Basically to make the challenge of weaponizing themselves and trying to find each other more difficult, basically. Anyway, so down to do battle and like a battle royale type thing. And there's 2 conditions to this battle. So, do we say 2 or 3?
There's so many.
Well, 3. There's 3. No, there's 3 conditions. The way it works is, if you kill someone, you gain their skills, you gain their attributes. Second one, if you die, the physical body which you get which you inhabit gets reanimated, and you're trapped within it for the rest of that body's life, and then you go to hell.
The only issue I have with that,
What's your...
right? If they get put back into the body, why don't they just try and go off and kill the people again?
But then they'll go to... Well, anyway.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
We'll figure out. Well, obviously we've got another twist in the storyline which we've discussed, which will lead to a sequel, which will lead to many sequels.
Many sequels.
If we get to it. Anyway, and
also we wrote half these stuff down at about 12 o'clock last night.
Yeah, so they get trapped within that physical form, and then the third thing is the winner gains one request from Ares, the god of war.
Yeah, so hopefully
and we've created our own cities. Well,
I can't even remember what it's called, but it's about a disease.
It's named after a parasite, basically.
Yeah, that gives you diarrhea. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's fitting for the town and the backdrop. Hopefully, that it'll be part of.
So there you go. We got to create. Mark Miller has Miller World. We need to
Miller World.
That's what he calls all his stuff comes from.
Okay.
Miller World, which is his own universe type thing.
Oh, it's the universe. Yeah, I want to say that would be such a bad name if it was just a city, because we could have picked something better.
It's named for his universe as such.
Okay.
We've got to start somewhere. So we're starting with this city, which is pretty cool. So that's the basis for our new project.
New first project. Let's see how it goes. We'll be updating.
Writing it is the easy part. It's trying to then find someone to draw it.
See, I've got a couple of people I could ask, but one is fantastic at drawing, but they can only do it from reference material like things, so they're not great at thinking off the top of their head. The other one would be Andy.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Holly still talks to Andy, so.
Does she?
Yeah, he's just very lazy. Yeah, he's just very lazy, so I don't think we'd ever actually...
Is he still on the dole?
No, as far as... No, he got a job and then got fired. So...
For not turning up?
I think it was for not turning up. So, you know what he's like. I don't think it's probably a good idea to try and...
Anyway, so yes, Homeless Warriors. If someone is out there listening, don't steal it. It's ours.
Copyright.
We copyright and all that shit, and we'll think of a better title anyway.
Yeah. And also all these audios date stamped, so you can't do anything. Haha.
Yes.
Maniacal laugh.
I don't know why I sounded like the Countdown of Sesame Street, but
3 hearts. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, something like that. I agree with you completely. Why do you sound like the Countdown?
Yeah, he's got a good evil laugh. So what? We got a Flash, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman film coming out in the next couple of years. We don't care about Flash, but Aquaman.
I wouldn't mind the Aquaman.
I'm
film.
saying Ryan Gosling.
I don't care.
Because he looks like the spoiled prince of somewhere.
He needs to be blonde.
And he's blonde. And then I'm going for Wonder Woman. I've gone for Gina Carano's ex-MMA fighter, but now stars in such films as Haywire and Fast and Furious 6.
Is that the one who plays Thingy?
What?
Which one's that? Is that the one that plays the one that comes back from the dead?
No, that's Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, okay. Terrible with names.
We can get her. At least you didn't call Nightwing Nightwish this time.
What was the one you keep doing? I can't remember. Suicide Silence. That one. That's pretty cool. That's one who can draw.
Why have you got an octopus with like a heart for a head?
I have no idea. It's not me. I wouldn't mind the tattoo doing, but as I say, it's more realism that they do than anything, which is the problem.
I don't know, you fool of a toque.
Huh?
I don't know, you fool of a toque.
Fool of a toque.
Again. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Fool of a toque.
Yeah.
That's what Gandalf calls.
So they can draw.
Which way they can draw comic books.
That's the problem. I'm sure they could, but the reference material is the issue. I guess you just hand them a load of comics and hope. Well, you never know. So we'll hopefully get that, and if anyone can draw out there, just let us know, because we'd be interested in things. The only problem is, we can't really pay. It would be a matter of hope, draw.
That he gets published, and if he gets published, then splitting it.
Yeah, then it's a matter of splitting it, so...
So, I don't know, probably 35 for us two, because we write it, and then you'll probably get like 30.
No, I think an equal split's fine, well... No, I'm going to do an apprentice on your ass.
You do an apprentice
give
on
up, Just give up the 2%, Will.
Just give up...
2%? I think the drawing's probably a longer process than the writing.
Yeah, you can only enjoy it if you have the ideas.
Yeah, still. I think a 33% split.
33.3.
We get 33.5 each, they get 33, we've got controlling majority.
We get the 0.5% more.
That 0.5%, so we get that extra penny more. You know why? Because it's not going to make anything. Just to let you know.
Could get picked up by...
yeah, you never know. As I say, the other option, as we discussed yesterday, is sending it off and seeing if they just option the actual thing itself and take just the script.
Send it off to that thing, which is anyone's in the IDW will probably be.
Is that the British one?
Well, they do quite a few British comics, don't they? Yeah. They do that or Dark House because IDW does generated British and Dark House do Hellboy, which is British. Yeah,
no, it's worth a try, definitely. You know, might as well, if push comes to shove, do it that way and see what we can actually do from it.
So yeah, we've written it down. So the next point is to write our synopsis and then start writing it. We're thinking so far 10 issues.
10 issues
for the first mini-series. And then if you want to read that, you'll realise we've left open for a nice
conclusion and, well, nice roundup and further...
Potential new characters.
It can be doing quite well, can't it? In theory, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I think it would be a matter of writing all 10 scripts, or 9 scripts, and then sending it off.
Or sending off the first couple at least, and to see what the initial response is.
Yeah, no, the only problem I see with doing that is if they want to buy the rights to a story, if it ever got picked up, would be the rights to the story itself. Then we'd be fucked, because we'd have to start something new. At least if we have it all pre-written, they have to...
Still money in it. We can still look down back in pride and think that was our idea.
Oh yeah,
that was our idea.
And unless it goes really global and then goes, fucking, that was our idea.
But who does still have that?
See, that's the thing. If I got a little bit from it, I don't care because obviously I'm an accountant by trade anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me. But if I got a tiny bit of money for that and literally all it was in the bottom saying created by thing and thing, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that.
There we go.
And then we do something else, and it's like they created that, and it's just like yes, but this is going to be a bag of shit.
Just like I've got a few other ideas, like a futuristic thing where there's no such thing as nations now. It's all run by corporations, and people are treated like shares in businesses. So there's like a resistance movement to bring back humanity to humans.
Stop stealing things, everyone. No.
See, that sounds pretty cool, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, stop stealing.
So pretty cool. Well, it's time dated, so we've got loads of ideas.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
We've even got our own superhero idea. We have got a superhero idea. Technically, we could, with one character we're thinking of, we'll lead him to be a superhero. Well, a vigilante. Well, no, yeah. So
it'd be more of a vigilante, but yeah, I get what you mean.
So we can potentially get our own character. So I don't know. Our own amusement, but we'll see how far it goes. I've got a couple of weeks off, so it means I can
start blasting things out.
I'll
get some notes and I'll just need your email address. Email you things. It's a problem, isn't it? If we're both working, you work nights, I work days, and granted we don't live far away from each other, but it just.
I've got 2.5 weeks off. I don't
know.
Are you
off again?
I just booked some.
You're always off work.
I just booked some time off. So I know what the script should look like because in the back of the Daredevil My Frankmer Daredevil, it's got what his script looked like.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much just doing the same as that, and
I can imagine it's going to be a get the basic thing down, edit and add, refine, edit and add, refine, and then it'll probably take 3 drafts in before we'll get it right.
Yeah. So like I said, so like 9, 10 issues, each one being about, well, the average comic now is about 25 pages in it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if it's going to be standard size, I can't be doing with a massive size thing.
So imagine when it comes out in volume, it'll be 250 pages.
Yeah, I think instead of having it as a 5 and 5, we do it as a full, complete story. Because you get a lot and they're like 6 issues long. All 10, one thing.
Yeah, probably. More money. I don't know. We'll see. It might not be up to us.
Better be. I want my artistic... But yeah, so we'll keep, obviously, this updated with the progress of it and see how it goes.
There we go. Spreading the world, we're entering our first foray into writing. See how it's...
We will suck at this. Nah, you never know.
You probably see a lot of, because we already discussed like certain scenes, you probably see a lot of homages to, not necessarily the comic books for like,
and Will has...
But the things you know.
Ending soon.
So, thank you, and good night.
See ya. If you would like to hear more podcasts like this, tune in to MW Music Podcast for all your music updates, music knowledge, and reviews of albums that are coming out or have been out for a while, and maybe, if all things go well, the new MW Movie Podcast. That was said badly, I'm sorry, where we'll be reviewing maybe 1, 2 old films classics. We'll see how it goes. Many thanks to you, and good night.